Hello and welcome to this special education series brought to you by the Bombay Stock Exchange Investor Protection Fund and the MoneyMile. Joining me today is veteran stockbroker Alok Churiwala, who is also the managing director of Churiwala Securities Pvt Ltd, but a very well-known face in the Bombay Stock Exchange broking circles, has represented the Bombay Stock Exchange members as well over his career. Thank you very much, Alok. A pleasure talking to you.
Thank you, Vivek, for having me over.
Again, you've seen great reforms, Alok, during your career as far as the stock markets are concerned. We used to have paper certificates and now we have demat shares. So if you could explain to our viewers, what is demat and where can I open a demat account?
So earlier, like you rightly mentioned, there was heaps of paper that an investor had to deal with. And the share certificates, the equity of the company was in physical form, in paper form. After a point in time, it was so decided that all this should be dematerialized. Now, what is dematerialization? Dematerialization, to explain very simply in layman term, is like how we put our money in the bank and we see an entry against the money on our name. If you have 1,000 rupees in the bank, your passbook will show 1,000 rupees to your credit. Similarly, in case of shares, the moment you deposit these shares in something called the physical shares in something called a depository is nothing but a bank for shares. The depository will credit your account with 100 shares of whatever scrip that you have. And the share certificate will be destroyed. It is no longer available unless you choose to and wish to rematerialize it. The process of making the share certificate disappear is known as dematerialization, and the process where you bring back that share certificate is called rematerialization. The benefit is multifold. A, we don't have to deal with so much paper, because when dealing with paper, there was always the question of good delivery, bad delivery. There used to be question of fake shares, forged shares, and stolen shares, which was very common in the yesteryears. After these reforms have taken place, fake shares, forged shares have become a thing of the past. Now, all the records are reconciled by the depository with the registrar and the company from time to time, which ensures proper safety. And as far as the investor is concerned, it has helped bring the costs down. It has reduced the anxiety that an investor used to have, that whether the shares that they are getting are the correct thing that they have purchased. And it has made the system so much more transparent.
And where can I open a demat account? How does the process work, Alok?
Essentially, there are two depositories in the system, the CDSL and the NSDL. Both these depositories have their agents who are known as depository participants. Now, these depository participants could either be a bank, like any of your public sector or private banks, or it could be a private institution, or it could be the stockbroker too, who offers demat service with either or of these depositories. So the nearest port of call would be whoever you feel comfortable with. You go to either a broker or a bank or a financial institution who is offering DP services, and they will forthright open an account.
Been a pleasure talking to you. Thank you very much, Alok Churiwala, for joining us and sharing your learnings with our viewers. Thank you.
Always a pleasure, Vivek. Thank you so much.